Hello, hello. I am Shodan. Old Man Shodan. Old Man is my title. Shodan is my name. And I figured I'd get on the stream today because I am trying to turn over a new leaf. Tomorrow is a big personal day for me. It's my birthday, so I decided to come online here to start a new tradition, to start streaming more frequently. It's a way to have a little legacy for my family, but more importantly, it's just a way to document my thoughts, crazy ideas, foolish actions. The list goes on and on and on and on. So, I got a couple of things on my chest that I wanted to get off today. So, first and foremost, what am I? I'm a dude, author, music producer. Actually, I'm all three. I'm just a dude from Brooklyn, from East New York, trying to figure out how to get to the next day without driving myself insane and making long days for myself. You know, long days with silver bracelets. Anyway, that's who I am. As a kid, I wanted to be a film director, so I studied a lot of things, music, art, and painting, believe it or not. And somehow, some way, I found myself in corporate America being one of those cogs. And the time for that has come to an end to a certain extent. It may be part of my life, but it's definitely not going to be the primary focus, if you know what I mean. So, why do I want to be an artist? Why do I need more pain in my life? Because art is self-expression and everybody's a critic and you never know if you're good, you're bad, or indifferent. Well, I'm drawn to it because everyone truly is an artist. Everyone truly is a creator. If you're walking home from work and you notice that they stopped the street for construction and you can't walk down the block and you have to find another way home, you're creating something. If you're cooking something and you don't have your favorite ingredients, but you still are in the process, you have to make something new. Creativity. You're a creator. So why not just create something that you can share? Well, there's the shyness factor, this and that and the other. I'm not good, imposter syndrome, this, imposter syndrome, that. I'll never make money, yada, yada, yada. The excuses are millions and billions, but the hard part is actually just getting started and doing something. So I rather have the pain of being an artist, have the pain of people criticizing my work, have the pain of people not liking my work, have the pain of people liking my work too much. I much more prefer that than not create. Creating is my happy place. Creating is my happy space. So, this is a little hard to admit. I'm a nerd at heart. And in high school, we had a music appreciation course where we had to study classical music, and I fell in love with opera. Now, I grew up in an era where Run DMC was king. Rockbox was the freshest thing in the air. Everybody wanted to have the fat gold chains and the big hats and the black Adidas suits and the white shell top Adidas. That's where I'm from. When I started playing music, I used to scratch. I used to scratch over break beats. I'd have two mix match turntables and a mixer, and I thought I was doing some serious damage, breaking my parents' equipment. But those were the happiest times because I was making something. I had a little job for summer youth, bought a boom box, constantly making cassette tapes, constantly into new music, constantly exploring new ways to express myself with sound. Somehow along the way, that stopped. That stopped with status reports and performance evaluations and stand-up meetings and meetings for meetings and meetings to organize meetings. And now I want to get back to it. I love opera because they have strong stories, they have powerful themes, excellent characters, and of course the music. So what's our modern day equivalent of an opera? A movie. I'm not saying a musical. I'm just saying movies in general, because movies include all of that. They have strong stories, they have themes, beautiful characters, and of course, music, whether you know it or not. When you listen to the theme song of Raiders of the Lost Ark, it gets your emotion going. This is the 50th anniversary of Jaws. So when you hear that two notes that just repeat, that become relentless, that like an apex predator hunting, has an emotion to it. It gets you in the mood for the story. So I want to do something similar with my own stories. I want to create my stories, create the music for them, and put them out there. People like them, great. People dislike them, great. I've got feedback that I can use to make the next story that much better. So it's all the process of learning and moving forward. Michelangelo wasn't Michelangelo on day one. Einstein wasn't Einstein on day one. Picasso wasn't Picasso on day one. All artists started in amateurs, and I think I'm in good company when I say that. So why now? Why now? Why this birthday to start this craziness? Well, I feel it coming out my ears. I feel the creativity coming on too strong. Can't hold it back. There's too many projects I want to work on, so this is my way of focusing, and hopefully doing this will give me a respite in the rest of my life so I can move forward with whatever. It's just a happy space for me, happy time for me, so that I can do the stuff that is less than happy. And the story I'm working on is about a space station. It takes place, I don't know, 400, 500, 600, 700 years from now. So why do I want this story? Well, you look at Star Trek and Star Wars and Foundation, and all of these things are, quote unquote, a better world, a better place. But there's one common denominator, and that's people. No matter what our technology are, we're still the same species. We still have the same desires of wanting to belong, love, power, jealousy, greed, lust, benevolence, empathy, caring, generosity. That's what makes us us. Not just the bad. It's the good and the bad. We're both sides of the same coin. So I want to make the world a better place, not in a macro scale, micro scale. I want to just make it better for me, my immediate family, immediate friends, close friends. Because if I'm better, then maybe I'll have an influence on them and they'll be better. So the whole goal is try to make it a little better for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. And if I can do that on a regular basis, then I'd be very, very happy. I think a lot of people get caught up in the macro scale of millions and millions and billions of people, when really their happiness is really designed around one person. Well, 2 people. First one is your 8-year-old self, when you're full of dreams. Then your 80-year-old self, when you're full of memories. So when I turn 80, I want to be happy because I've had some very beautiful memories. I want to make some more, starting right now. Starting with the man in the mirror. So, I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with me for a few minutes, explaining myself. And tomorrow I'm going to be making another video on the big project that I'm trying to create. So, stay tuned, subscribe, come back again. Thank you for watching.